how in the world am I going to follow that guy up, right? I'm like, this is ridiculous. I feel like Elizabeth Taylor's 8th husband. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I just have to find a way to make it interesting, right? And so I'm sitting there, you know, it's so funny too. I told John, I said, John, you sold 21 million books, dude. We get it. You don't have to promote your books, right? I mean, if I could promote my book and Presley and Steve as well as he does, we'd sell 21 million copies too, right? I'm kidding. But John is amazing. Just so we're clear, I've read every one of his books, and I fully believe in everything he says. I think he's one of the greatest speakers the world's ever known. I think he's the greatest motivational teacher, not speaker, motivational teacher the world's ever known. And it was a blessing to have him here today. So let's give John Maxwell a round of applause. You know, the mind is a powerful thing. The mind is a very, very powerful thing. And it's amazing how we spend so much time focusing on things that are the physical or the material or whatever it may be, and we neglect the mind. Yet the mind is the very thing that'll keep you in the game. The mind is the very thing that'll keep you plugging along. And as we go through these next few minutes together, please understand, I'm not speaking at you, I'm speaking with you. Let's take back to 2005. 2005, I joined Ignite. For those of you who don't know the story, I was not in at the very beginning. I joined just like you, paid the $329, came to a meeting, joined under the great Presley Swaggerty. It took him about 4.5 months to get me to look at the presentation. I finally looked at it. I obviously liked what I saw and joined. But it was very frustrating. I mean, the most vivid, frustrating moment I remember trying to build my Ignite business in the beginning was trying to get my customers. I'll never forget, I qualified for senior director in regards to the number of associates that I had. So I'd met the qualifications, but I had 14 customers. So I needed one more customer to promote to senior director. And I remember I called this guy and I said, come on man, please just be my customer. I need one more stinking customer, that's it, right? And his question was, well how much are you gonna make off of it? I said, I'm gonna make 50 cents, man. I'm gonna make 50 cents. Switch to be my customer. I don't know if I want to be my customer. Saying, Dad, switch over.
That's funny.
Actually, I'm not kidding. That's what happened. But I want us all to understand, I think in the Ignite business, people quit when they get to those forks in the road. And I'm going to go over the stages of the Ignite business in my opinion. And I think the reason people quit is because they can't control the mental inventory in their heads. I think we're all guilty of this. That mental inventory, we allow discouragement and distractions and adversity and all the negativity pile in the bookshelves of our brain. And we get this negative mental inventory and we don't clean it out with positive things. You know, there's this Eskimo, and every Friday night, he would race his two dogs. Dog A and Dog B. These dogs would race, and the whole village would come into town. And all the villagers would bet on which dog they thought would win, Dog A or Dog B. For years, these two dogs would race every Friday night. The whole village would come in town, they'd bet on it. For years, the owner of the dogs was right. Every single time he won the bet. There was not a single time that he bet on the wrong dog. If he bet on Dog A was going to win every time. If he bet on Dog B was going to win every time. Years go by, the dogs were tired. They're sitting around a little campfire, and one of the villagers asks the Eskimo, how in the world did you know which dog was going to win every time? It's pretty simple. I just bet on the dog I fed that particular week.
You're gonna take a picture.
You know, a good friend of mine, Barbara Corcoran, she's on a show called The Shark Tank. I don't know if you've ever seen it. If not, I highly recommend it.
Hold on, 1 second.
Incredible.